Hi Taurus, this is Jody with Soul Purpose Tarot. I am in Carmel, Indiana. I am a Libra Sun, Capricorn Rising, Sagittarius Moon. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome. What I normally do is let flip, fly, or fall anywhere from 5 to 7 tarot cards. Take a look at that. Are we looking at life, love, career, or health? And then clarify with various oracle decks. So let's see what's going on with Taurus for the second half of July. There's one. Queen of Cups in reverse. Oh, there's two more. So let's see what we got. Queen of Cups, the Hierophant, the Ace of Swords, cutting something out, getting very clear, cutting something out, locking down some emotions. Okay, so let's keep going. Getting very clear, cutting something out, something that has not been serving you, you are removing from your life. Could be people, I feel like I want that. Could be people, places, or things, energy, thought processes, anything that has not been serving you. You are realizing they need to go. Oh, do I want that one? Yeah, I want that one, and then that one. So, well, let's see. We've got the Four of Swords. Oh, okay. So it's in the upright, that's kind of at a stuck point, and maybe you're just taking a pause, but it's kind of like with it being in the reverse position, you're not pausing anymore. You're taking some action. You're looking at your options. So this is, I don't know, maybe you're doing a job change, or maybe you are seriously taking a look at the people that you want to keep in your life and the people that are not serving you or doing you good, bringing you down, causing problems in your life. Whatever, however that plays out. Let me get that one. Oh God. The Hanged Man in the, well, it was kind of in the reverse position, but basically that's kind of looking at things from a different, from a different perspective. So, all right, so let's stop there and let's see what kind of emotions are we, I'm just going to say what kind of emotions are we dealing with as we cut this stuff out. I feel like I want to say as we cut the bullshit out, as we get clear. I'm feeling like you're like, I have got some clarity all of a sudden. I am realizing how certain people do not benefit me in my life, how certain people annoy and aggravate, and you're starting to realize what about those people are causing that. And so I feel like you are putting a line in the sand, and it's kind of like this feeling of like, this is my line, and I don't want you crossing over it anymore because your bullshit is affecting me negatively, however that plays out. Okay, do we have, take that one, and I'll take that one. So what kind of emotions are we dealing with at this point in time? So we've got loving. That feels to me like you are, this is the feeling that I'm getting, is like, I feel like you're going like this, and this is the people that I love, and this is the people that I want in my life. And then this is the sad card, and this is the sad people that you will not be bringing in and keeping close to you in your life. You are comforted in knowing that you are going to now be surrounded by, I'm going to say, people that you can trust. Maybe there were some people that I don't know, maybe there was somebody that you realized was stealing from you, or bad-mouthing you behind your back, or doing something that just was not like really on the up and up. And you're like, you know what? with friends like that, who needs enemies? Bored in the reverse position. You're just like, I'm the opposite of a bored is just, kind of like, I don't know, what's the opposite of bored? Excited. I feel like there could be a little bit of an excitement around knowing. It feels like it's just kind of this knowing of like, I'm cutting the bullshit out. I'm not having people that I don't want around me anymore, that I can't trust, that don't do good to me or for me, that don't make me feel better, irritated. I feel like that's kind of like you've been irritated, you've been annoyed, aggravated, bothered, and you're like going, I don't want to feel that way anymore. And that you started paying attention to maybe your gut. It feels like there was like maybe an incident where you didn't even realize what happened. Somebody came around and you felt agitated around them, but you didn't recognize it at the time. But maybe after it was over, you recognized that your body was irritated, agitated, you were frustrated, and you were like, man, I was fine until that happened, or that person came around, or I talked to that person, and you started like really going inside and thinking about, what about that? I mean, kind of like you had a therapy session with yourself. What about that made me feel so ick? Why do I feel like I've been dunked in ick after I had a conversation with that person? And you're like, oh, they were being fake. Oh, that's right. They were trying to put on a show and pretend like everything was all peachy. And I know their life isn't peachy. I'm like, whatever. I don't know. I'm just throwing out examples. Let me get one more. Oh, there's one more. Fulfilled. And so I feel like that's a case of like you are in the process of making sure that you are fulfilled in your life. And part of that fulfillment comes from removing people that are not good, maybe work situations, doing things that you don't like to do that are, I'm going to throw out an example. So maybe you hate cleaning your house, absolutely despise it. And every time you have to clean your house, it just pisses you off. And so you're like going, you know what? I'm going to hire a cleaning lady because I need to get that off my plate because I don't like that feeling, but I love a clean house. That's just an example. Maybe you hate going to the grocery store. Around where I live, they have all kinds of these delivery services where you can have people do the grocery shopping for you. And so maybe you decide, you know what? I'm going to give myself a break. I'm not going to go to the grocery store anymore. I'm going to let somebody else do that. It doesn't necessarily have to involve money that you don't have. Whatever it is, you are cutting the bullshit out. I'm just going to say that. You're cutting... Nope, I want these next. Okay, so this would be anything else that... Let me think about what question do I want to ask. So we already know what can you expect after you cut the bullshit out? What can you look forward to? I like asking those questions. What can you look forward to after the bullshit gets cut out? I feel like I want that one. Manifestation power, use your spiritual gifts and natural abilities to attract your desired outcome. That would go along with, if you are cutting bullshit out, you are in the process of trying to raise your vibrations. You have realized people, places, things, events, whatever that lower your vibrations. And you are cutting anything and everything out that lowers your vibrations. Maybe you have recently realized how the law of attraction works. And you're like, no wonder I can't make anything happen. My vibrations are way down here all the time. And I've got to raise them up here so I can make some shit happen, whatever that may be. So your manifestation powers, your law of attraction powers are going to increase as you cut the bullshit out, as you cut the people out of your life, the negative energy, the negative whatever it may be, as you cut that. Do I went? Yeah, they went back in. I pushed them back in. What else can you look forward to after you cut the bullshit out? That one. You can look forward to, if you get nervous, focus on service. Put your entire intention on answering the question, how can I make the world a better place? And the law of attraction will automatically take care of your needs. So maybe that's where you are going to start focusing is, this is one of your first steps up. I want to make the world a better place. The first thing that needs to happen is I have to make my world a better place. And in order for me to make the world and everybody else or whatever a better place, I have to start with myself. There's a song out there that Michael Jackson has, start with the man in the mirror or whatever that is. I feel like that's what you're doing. It's like going, I'm starting with myself in order to make the world a better place, so then I can affect change by rippling. And I'm starting with myself. I'm like, I really like this reading. I'm telling you what. What else can you expect after you cut the bullshit out? Mediumship. You have the natural ability to connect with departed loved ones. So I feel like I want that one too. Also, one of the things that as you cut the negative stuff out of your life, that's one, it raises your vibrations, which allows you to connect with the higher realms. The higher realms will be able to talk to you, past relatives, your spirit guides, whoever. They're going to be able to get into there, in your brain, in your space, if you're not bitching and moaning and complaining and feeling bad about other situations in your life. So there's a lot of good that happens when you cut the bullshit out. Heart chakra, the answer that you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving love. So you're probably going to heal your heart as you do this. Heart chakra opening, and you're taking care of you right now. It's like that's the first step, is you are taking care of you so you can take care of the rest of the people that are important in your world. I want that one. Cut your cords. Ask Archangel Michael to clear any old attachments to fear that stem from past relationships, freeing you from destructive patterns. That kind of wraps up everything that I've been talking about. That's exactly what you're doing. You are cutting cords with people, places, and things that do not need to be in your existence. So if you feel that you need help with that, it says ask Archangel Michael to clear any old attachments to fear that stem from past relationships, freeing you from destructive patterns. So I'm going to take a drink here. Hang on a second. One of the things that could be coming up is you could feel a little fear about cutting out some people in your life. And I'm going to give you an example. I had somebody in my life, I don't know, it's been 2 or 3 months since I've talked to her. I felt like we were vibrating at different levels. We were just not in the same place anymore. I got to the point where I didn't feel like I could tell her what was going on with me because she was just not in the same place. I had a lot of stuff good going on with me, and I just realized I was only telling her half of what was going on because either it was going to go over her head, or she wasn't interested, or she wasn't excited. I didn't want to make her feel bad about what was going on with her life. And I got to the point where I just said to my guides one day, can you keep her away from me? And they have. And I kept repeating that. I was like, and I'd kind of check in with myself, and I'm like, am I ready to talk to her? And I'd be like, nope, I don't want to talk to her right now. Can you keep her away from me? So I have just continued to say that. And I will, check in, and eventually maybe we will be in the same vibrational level, and I will be able to bring her back into my space. But if you have somebody like that, you can do that. You can, I'll be honest, we're not all gutsy all the time. And having a really hard conversation with somebody is not easy. So if there is somebody that you really do need to not be around, ask your guides to keep them away from you. It really does work. I'm here to tell you, it really, really, really does work. Okay. Let me see what, I feel like I want, do I want these cards? Yeah, I do, but I need to figure out what question to ask. What are we healing? well, I started to say what we're healing, but joy came out. What are we, are we healing joy, or are we healing our solar plexus? I don't know. I started to say, what are we healing? But I don't, I mean, we want more joy. You're going to have more joy in your life. You want more joy. What else are we healing? I'm just going to stick with that question. What are we healing? But apparently joy needed to come out. Ooh, we're healing some trickery. Remember I said that I felt like you were cutting some people out that maybe were lying to you or stealing from you or whatever. You're cutting trickery out. So we're cutting some of that out. We are not cutting joy out. We are adding that in. So again, I'm like, that kind of flew out before I asked the question. We're cutting out grief. We're not going to be grieving. We're not going to be feeling sorry for people that don't deserve to be felt sorry for. We're not playing that shit anymore. What else are we cutting out in the process as we are putting boundaries down, as we are cutting the bullshit out? What else are we cutting out? It's a completion. So it looks like we're ending a cycle. Maybe we are ending a cycle of where we have gotten wrapped up into other people's crap our whole lives, and now you've realized how that has not benefited you, and you are like, I'm done with that. I'm moving on. I am no longer interested in that. You're also healing some insecurity, and that makes me think that perhaps you had people in your life that didn't belong there because I feel like it's a fear of what people would say. Maybe as somebody that was, I don't know, hell, maybe it was family members. Maybe it's a parent. Maybe it's a brother or sister, or even a child that you are cutting out of your life because they are affecting you negatively, and you let them stay for a long, long time because it was like, oh my God, what are people going to say? You disowned your parents. You disowned your child. You disowned your brother. And that would be kind of some insecurities and more about like, oh my God, what are people going to say about me? That's what that feels like. What else? I want this one. Creation. I feel like that's more of a, it's not you're going to be you're going to be healing stuff so you can be more creative. Again, I feels like it has to do with like all of your vibrations have been down, and it's like you're like realizing what has caused it to be down. So it's going to, your creative abilities are going to be able to be healed maybe, or it kind of goes along with that manifesting power. You're going to be more creative. It's just like you're bringing things up a level by removing what doesn't belong. So I want last words from the universe. Anything else that the universe, anything that I didn't get covered in this reading for Taurus, anything else that the universe wants to say is obstacles are detours in the right direction. So I'm guessing they're saying you are heading in the right direction, even if it is a difficult conversation, even if it brings up some mad people because you have cut somebody else out of your life. That might be an obstacle, but it is heading you in the right direction. Okay, that too. When I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. And, I got two here. The moment I embrace my peace within and surrender the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. And I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. So there's some good stuff coming from what you are about to do or in the process of doing, and that is taking care of yourself, taking care of your vibrations, paying special attention to the things that affect you negatively. So I wish you luck. I can't wait to hear what happens and see where this is going. So I will see you guys 1st of August. Bye.